The things you're going to want to watch when you come back in, we've got the two electrical connections, we've got two vacuum connections, we've got the gas line coming in. Make sure if you've got, in this case I have a battery tender, I've got that routed around where I want it. And then last but not least, you have your gas quick disconnect. What you're going to want to do is an O-ring on that, so you want to clean that up before you come back on, and go ahead and do what you can on the other side, at the tank side, clean that up. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and mount the tank. For the fuel tank here, we'll go ahead and set on the foot peg. Come on down and hook up your fuel pump electrical. Next, you can reach in and I believe this is the fuel sending unit. So, tank level, so to speak. And like mentioned, I cleaned up all of these quick disconnect lines. So just ease those in, make that connection. Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn the tank over and support it down here. As I make these last few connections, you've got a vent line connection here. And as we get closer, we've got the crossover fuel line here. Okay, and then prior to tightening up the last bolt or even connecting it, align your clamp so that you can reach it, and then make your final fuel line connection. Okay, fuel line's on, and then I'll, like I said, have that clamp arranged so that you can reach it, and as you pull it up on through the barb fitting. Okay, then reminder to open up your petcocks for your fuel. Okay, we're going to come back in with our side panel here. So we have our turd signal connection. We have our vacuum canister connection. The side panel here has a few different length screws, actually just a couple lengths. The shorter length here will go up in this front. I like to put on a little Loctite. Okay, and we'll just go back in with our cover. Little box cover. There's 6 screws here. Okay, and we're adding 2.5 liters of the 4T synthetic oil. And to add it a little bit slow. Just make sure we don't come out the top. Sometimes when you're doing it alone, you set your funnel in and it blocks the orifice at the end. So remember to lift it up a little bit and you end up not making a mess. Okay, so as we ran that for 4 minutes with the 2.5 liters in there, warming up the engine, getting the oil cycling through it, we went ahead and shut it down, and I added about 1/4 of a liter at a time and kept checking it. It's real easy to overfill. I found that I added about 3/4 of a liter to get it up to about between half and the max line on the dipstick. And that's where we're at right now. As you run the engine, walk around the bike and make sure you're not leaking at any of those ports that we opened up. Everything looked good. And at this point, she's going to get a real extreme bath tomorrow, so I'm leaving some of the covers off and whatnot at this point. But that's an engine oil change. Probably next time it might take me 2 hours to do. It was a little longer today because of doing the video and doing some cleanup. So I hope you enjoyed the video.